that's the whole point.
Well, that's my point.
So just exactly as you started. Do we have a filtering process? Isn't it?
We have this huge body.
Do we have a filtering process?
We have somebody's filtering.
Do we have a filtering process?
There is a filtering process. Is it a valid one? I don't know.
Okay, what's the difference between a dahi and a daif and a sahih? Don't just tell me it's the weakest snad and the strongest snad. What's made it weak and what's made it strong?
Mainly that Al-Bukhari or Ibn
No.
Dawood said it once.
No, they're not the standard.
They're the ones who...
No, there's a criteria.
But there's
a criteria to make the report reliable. For example, what's happening in Gaza? What makes the report reliable?
That's a good question.
Hamas beheading babies. Did that happen or not?
We don't know, do we?
Well, yeah, we know it didn't happen.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Were you there?
No, but we know that the source that's saying is there is not reliable.
Well, yeah, you could. BBC reliable? I don't know. They've got
No, they're not the source. They're not the source. Everything emanates from the same source. One guy...
Or the IDF? Is the IDF reliable?
No, one soldier in the IDF who's a known Zionist, said it. And everyone reported him saying it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
And this
Do you
is kind of
believe
like
that?
the Hadith. Right?
Well, no, it's not. Because what happens if this was Hadith, there's a few things. Yeah? First thing, we corroborate it. The people would corroborate it. Was anyone else there when he said this thing? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So you have mutawati, you have multiple trains of transmission, yeah?
And so you're saying that if two people say something, they couldn't both
Not necessarily, it depends who's saying it. That's why we have to test did they have a lie? Did they have an agenda? Were they there? Were they crazy? That's the whole point of the science of hadith. We need to see the caliber of the people in this snad, which makes it strong or weak. So for example, the age of Aisha anha. Many people say she was 6 and 9 according to the hadith. Me personally, I don't accept that. But anyway, and one of the reasons I don't accept it because in the chain of narration there is a weakness. There's a guy called Hisham ibn Urwa, and Hisham ibn Urwa was a reliable source of information until a certain point in his life, according to Imam Malik and according to Ibn Asqalani, the greatest muhaddith. Okay, they say so you can take from this guy, he's reliable until he moved to Iraq, because then he was old and his memory and age wasn't right. Not making stuff up. You can make errors. You don't have to lie. Okay, you can be mistaken. Okay, so when it comes to that point, then there's a weakness in it. Yeah. So I'll give you an example of it. So we have a method to just by having Da'if and Sahih Hadith tells you we have a method. Are you a Christian?
It doesn't matter.
No, are you?
It doesn't matter.
I want to know the isnad of the Gospel of Mark, which you believe is reliable.
I never said I was Christian.
Are you a Christian?
I am not a Christian.
You're not a Christian? No. You don't believe in God?
I have the money.
Let's not talk about
No, let's talk about your beliefs. Why?
You would be surprised.
What do you believe?
Because it will make the conversation more interesting.
Alhamdulillah. So what do you believe?
Let's back up to the cave for a minute.
We don't need to.
I want to talk about the cave. What happened in the cave?
So what could have happened
comes
in the
to
cave?
Muhammad, and he says, what does he say?
Okay, it doesn't matter what he said. What did he say? اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الذي علم بالقلم.
And what did Muhammad answer?
What does it matter?
This is important.
Why?
Because I want to get
Why?
to
Why?
the reliability.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
Does anyone know what was Muhammad's
No,
answer?
this is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I'll tell you why it's irrelevant.
Come on, there must be something.
I'll tell you why it's irrelevant.
What would he believe in?
Does that
Well, you're ignoring the question.
Or what should I read?
You're ignoring the question.
There's been a long dispute about this.
Listen. First,
Matt could be...
did he make the claim?
It could be what or I do not.
Do you believe an angel spoke to him?
Matt Ikra.
Do you believe an angel spoke to him?
Matt Ikra.
Listen.
I don't write.
Relax. This is
Or
what we call a red
what
herring.
should I write?
This is what we call a red herring. Okay. Yeah. Listen, did he make the claim or not?
I'm sorry.
Did he make the claim?
Did who make the claim?
Muhammad.
Which claim?
That an angel spoke to him.
Of course he did.
He did make the claim.
Yeah.
And what can explain the claim?
We went through this with the other guy.
I'm going through it with you.
What can I say? So, either two things.
Four things.
He made it up.
He made it up.
Actually, there are more possibilities.
Give me one more possibility.
The other possibility is that someone else made up that.
No, but then he didn't make the claim.
Could be somebody made the
You
whole
can't say
thing
he
up.
made the claim and then he didn't make the claim.
We left out the possibility that he didn't exist at all.
Well, this is the point.
And somebody
This is
made,
why
up,
we start with
made
that.
the whole thing up.
This is
out
why
of
we
whole
start with
cloth.
that. So all these historians, non-Muslim historians that write about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, they've all made it up.
Is that not a possibility? That somebody in the 700s made it all up?
Who and why?
There are lots of reasons to make that
Why?
kind of stuff up.
Why?
Oh, well, let's say
Who do you believe invented it?
let's say you've started an empire and you want to give it a historic basis, just like
Who started the empire? Who started the empire?
The Greeks
Who started the empire?
could have been any number of people.
Well, you're a historian, man. Tell me who started the empire.
It could have been Abu Bakr.
I'm not interested in your good with the shirts. I'm
Could have been.
not into your if buts and maybes. I want absolutes. Right?
But
I want
can't-
absolutes,
I can't
mate.
give you that.
You're a historian.
We are talking about.
So who invented it? And why did people follow him?
I'm not saying that anyone did. I'm saying that they could have. And if you look at, take the Vietnamese, for example. If you look at their history, they will claim that they are descendant from dragons. Why? Because that gives them a sense, that they're special and powerful. If you look at the Greeks, they will tell you that they're descended from the Greek gods. People make stuff up, or they elaborate, or they build legends.
Right.
So it is within the realm of
Are
possibility.
you kind of like a solipsist?
No,
You believe in reality,
I absolutely do.
but you're a historian.
Yes.
So give me grounds for rejecting the claim. As a historian.
I'm just saying that if you make a claim, you have to have solid evidence.
No, I want to know why you don't believe Muhammad existed.
I know the burden of proof is on the person making the claim,
No.
not the person questioning.
No. I believe accepting someone existed or not, yeah, and you don't accept that, I want to know why not. When historians say he existed, and you're a
Wait,
historian,
which historians say?
Harold
he
Armstrong.
existed? I mean, there are historians who say he didn't exist.
who?
Take Michael Cook, for example.
Michael Cook.
Patricia Crone. for
Oh, Patricia
example.
Crone. Do you believe in oral testimony as a reliable source of information? Oral testimony.
Current?
No, oral testimony. Is that evidence?
No,
It's not. So oral testimony is not evidence for you.
It's not necessarily compelling evidence.
Is it evidence or not?
It's a sort of evidence. Is it convincing evidence? I don't know.
So in a court of law, oral testimony is not evidence.
That's why I just qualified it.
Right, Patricia Crone doesn't think so.
If we're talking contemporary,
Right.
yes.
Patricia Crone doesn't think so. She don't think you can take oral testimony into consideration for anything.
Oral testimony that was allegedly.
Are you on a Tom Holland flex? Ergo, what's his name? Jay Smith flex. You are, aren't you? You are a Christian.
Oh, goodness.
You are a Christian.
No.
You are a Christian.
I am not.
You're
a
hiding. You are
I
a
am-
Christian.
I
You're
am-
hiding in plain sight.
I am not.
Yes,
a Christian.
you are. 100% you are. You just know how to rip Christianity apart. That's why you don't want to admit it. And you know that this will rebound on you because all the claims you're making on me, I'll just put on you.
No, in fact, I am every bit as skeptical of we only have one source for Christ that's not within the religion. So Flavius Josephus is the only contemporary account we have
what?
Christ, of Christ.
Of what about him?
That he existed.
No, the Quran confirms it.
Pardon?
The Quran confirms he exists.
Well, if we believe the Quran, that wasn't just something written down by some made
And
up.
didn't Pliny Jr. believe it? And didn't Tacitus believe it?
Tacitus made a reference to it.
Well, that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, he said there's some prophet in the east, and we have accounts of early Islam from a couple of Byzantine sources, right? So there's one who talks about a horde of Saracens and Jews. He doesn't mention Muslims, by the way. He calls them Mahagria.
Who?
This is Doctrina Jacobi.
Yeah, but they have weird names. They're all Muslims, Mohammedans.
And then we have an Armenian historian, Sebius, who likewise doesn't mention Islam. He says Sarakanoi and Mahagranoi, which is Mahajirun, presumably. But
So your argument is this: Muhammad didn't exist, yeah?
I'm just going to say we actually don't know.
Okay. What does the evidence point to? Is existence or non-existence?
You know, I'd say it's not terribly reliable.
Right.
Why? Because we just don't know.
Would you like a debate on this? Not now. We'll have a debate on this online.
Online? Oh,
Yeah. All right. You'll argue for the non-existence of Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. I'll argue for his historical existence.
oh, that's a great deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we should talk. This will
Yeah,
be
yeah.
fun.
I'll